be part of the bigger goal of the organization. All right. So all those factors are incorporated here. So when we coordinate, of course, we coordinate through the people, with the people, by the people. Oversee the other people so that our cost may not increase. We need to decrease the cost. We need to hire appropriate person. Time limit must be, there is deadline. Time limit must be met. It's like that. So all these things is overseeing with overall goal in mind, is that organization goal can be achieved. So all of you guys, you understand the word manager now?
Yep.
Then what's the difference between boss and manager?
I think the boss is creating the organizational goals, and the manager is more controlling the the work floor to achieve the goals.
Okay, anyone else?
Also, the boss does not necessarily deal with people directly.
Okay. Anyone else?
Boss controls the company and the managers control more the people.
Okay. Anyone else? Okay. Boss and managers are the same, but only one thing that distinguish between them is the dealing. This is old school. Now the organizations have become, wider. Their span is, spread to the global level. Previously, there was the managers, but the title was not managers, was boss, who do not deal with the people as they should have dealt. For example, if you have some, problem, something, the boss will always say I don't care about that. So one word that is missing in the boss is the people. He's always after getting things done. That's it. My profit, my bonuses, and nothing else needed. If something happened to you, that's your problem, not my problem. But manager deals with the people, through the people, by the people, with the people. All right. So unfortunately, we read so many stuff on manager here, but when we go to the practical side, many people, many higher authority people in the organizations, they have bossy attitude. Maybe they are very good workers in the organizations. When they joined the company, they did well, and the organization is now in the top 10 or something. But they are not good people. If you work for them, then you will realize that they create so much tense situation and all those stuff, and it's a huge problem for the organization, right? So that's why this book share more lights on some ethical guidelines, but we will talk about some real stuff as well, what's going on in reality as well. And now if you are in China, if you have faced this kind of situation, so you will find out that the Chinese environment is more like bossy. They are converting bosses into the managers, but it is taking time. Even in other countries as well, I'm sure you have experienced this kind of stuff, or even you have heard the stories, right? So now bossy attitude and all the stuff is not recommended for the organization. It is even harmful. Guys, you got the idea?
Yeah.
Now, levels of management. So when we were talking about the boss and all the stuff, some of you guys told me about the boss who is, control the organization. No, the management control the organization, right, through their managers as well. So there are three layers of managers. Number one, top level managers, those who decide the future of the company. They make strategies, long term goals, like CEOs, CFOs, COOs, CIOs, Chief Executive Officers, Chief Financial Officers, Chief Operation Officers, Chief Marketing Officers, Chief HR Officers, right? The middle managers are those who make strategies to achieve the long-term goals. For example, the CEO and these, in collaboration with other top level managers, they decide that okay, in 5 years we would be the best quality oriented products. So they decide that, they agreed upon that, and they make, a meeting, and they set the goal for 5 years. We would be the best top quality, product of this, top quality supplier of this product. Now it is they communicated these goals to the middle level manager. So here comes the middle level managers, those who divided into this 5 year goal into short term goals: 1 year goal, 2 year goal, 3 year goal, 4 year goal, 5 year goal. And then they give these goals to first line managers, supervisors, managers. We call this first line workers, right? So this is the hierarchy of the management. Top level management, those who do not look the company for 1 year, they look the company for 3 years, 5 years, 10 years. And they gave the direction and decide the middle level managers, for example, GM, general managers, and this kind of stuff, the managers, middle level managers who help to communicate top level managerial goals to the first line managers. Supervisors are also called the managers, so those who supervise the non-managerial, employees, those who have production skill, managing the labor and all the stuff. So they communicate to the middle level, and the middle level communicate to the first level. So if you pay close attention here, you will find out that the top managers, they will sit in head offices. All right, like Apple corporations, their head office is in USA, so they sit over there. They make strategies, next year strategies, next 5 year strategies, long-term strategies, long-term planning, long-term goals, right? Okay, they decided, okay, we are going to expand our business in China because over there labor cost is very cheap. We can exploit that. We can have a good return. Their technology is up to the mark. So they communicate, or they hire middle managers to go into China and establish the factory over there. So they are now responsible to establish the factory, give roles, hire the managers. So when they establish the factory, hire the managers, and now they hire the real workers, those who actually work on the assembly lines. So they managing the people. So if you notice that this sits on the headquarters, middle level managers, they sit in the middle. Sometimes they communicate, for communication they go to the head office, right? For example, here you can see that the Apple China corporation, their head office is in Beijing, so they will be in Beijing. So they will be sending a lot of queries through emails, through calls, conferencing to the first line managers, those who are actually in the factory. So they communicate goals, the first line managers, and then first line managers who are residing very close to the factory, or if the factory is big, inside the factory, to the employees, workers, daily wage people, so that they work according to the instructions. So this is the total hierarchy. So what is first line manager then? Who manages the work of a non-managerial employee? How many units you need to produce on daily basis so that we can fulfill the order in 3 months or something. So first, on every day you need to meet some requirement. So who set this requirement? First line manager. And who told them that they're going to be 30 days order and you need to process that? Middle managers. How you need to do that? It's like that. How much autonomy you have, right? So they are managing the first line manager. So you see that there is a gap, a hierarchical gap between the hierarchy here. For example, if non-managerial employee wants to meet something or convey something, he has to go through first line manager, and then the query will go to the middle managers, and then the query go to the top managers. All right? Then the top managers who are responsible for making organizations wide decisions and establishing plans and goals that affect the entire organizations. So they are the people who are the top guns. For example, Samsung, it was home appliance company. It was appliance company. So their top level manager decided we should enter into mobile phones and look at the revenue. So they are generating tons of revenue from this mobile phone, laptops, tablets, portable devices, thanks to the vision of top level management. So now you get the idea, right? Now, the natural, logical point is that where do managers work? So a deliberate arrangement of people to, wait a second, to accomplish some specific purpose. We call this organization. So where managers work, of course, for the organization, for their own businesses. If for their own businesses, what they are doing, they are working for specific purpose in mind, right? So managers always work for organization. So if you've gone through the introduction to business, you have gone through the word corporation or company. So what is the structure of the company, how it is established? Remember, we have a company. Company is owned by shareholders, run by managers. So this is completely new, concept as a business point of view. I'm not going into that to explain all this. You already know that. Just management perspective. Never in the history before it happened, if I am, the owner of the company, shareholder means owner. So I run the company. I run myself. I can go to my business at any time. I can see the chairs. I can see the head office. I can go inside, right? But due to the advancement in businesses and the establishment of the company,